Hello everyone and welcome back to the road to 100 million on Farming Simulator 25. It's been a hot minute for me since recording. You guys would have seen the last few videos that I posted out. I've had a month break, but I'm back. I'm not sick anymore, and all the holidays are done, the Easter holidays and all that sort of stuff. So we're back here. It is currently, I'm actually going to start this on an automated worker, but it is currently September, I believe. Let me just see what the road to go is. Yeah, it's September, and we need to plant all our fields. So we need to get rid of everything. We need to plant some more and get ready for the next year ahead. So today we're going to be planting, in this field we're going to be planting wheat, and in the big field we're going to be planting canola as well. So I just want to see if this will work. See, this needs to be, I think this needs to be cultivated, but I thought the cultivator was on here. So maybe it's not. Yeah, see, I think this needs to be cultivated. That's very sad because I thought this thing was the cultivator. And it turns out it's not. It's just the planter. So I'll go get the cultivator and we can make our way back on over to the wheat field. But a lot's been going on. We've obviously got the soybean field down the bottom that we've just curated. Let me put this tractor on cruise control and we can bring up the map here so I can show you guys. We still have a loan of 155 to be able to pay off, so I'm hoping to be able to pay off that today. This field here next to the chicken coop is wheat. We're going to be planting that. That one obviously that you guys were just on, we'll be planting that too. This is the sorghum field. Sorghum's not the current crop, but we will be planting canola in the 81 to 79 patch. And then unfortunately we've had some weather damage in the soybean field, and I have to make a we've got some weather damage in the canola field too. I have to make an admittance. I forgot to fertilize the soybeans when I should have, so now I can't fertilize them, and it's very sad, very 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 sad indeed. But so this is weather damage, but it's got weeds, which is crazy because we need the hoe for that. But I definitely weeded that whole field twice actually, because I weeded it and then it grew back, which is a pain. It's a big problem, but that's okay. The farm is going alright. It's going pretty good. I think we're nearly ready to plan the next stage of projects for the next year. I'll probably leave that for the winter episode, but we've got a lot of cash waiting to go. We've got some eggs there waiting to be sold in November. We've got a bunch of canola oil, a bunch of goat milk that I'm actually going to sell pretty soon. And I just realised I can't do any of the cultivating because the other tractor has the cultivator. So instead, I'll put the hoe on and we'll do that field. So we can do that sort of stuff. And then we'll get ready to roll. By roll, I literally mean use my roller. To get some more cash. But, oh yeah, I need to do the baling too. There's so much to do, guys. It's been a hot minute since I played this game properly, and I really have basically forgotten how to play, which isn't good. So I'll be able to relearn that pretty quickly this episode. But yeah, we're going to try and plant some canola, we're going to try and plant some wheat, and then we are hopefully going to find some time to sell some products and get some money that way as well. So why? I just ran this over, and it's not. Okay, can anyone explain this? Why are these weeds still here? Why are these weeds still here? I just ran it over with the hoe. This is stupid. 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 Alrighty guys, well, I may have done a little bit of work in between all the episodes. Or between the camera cuts, I should say, and we're now going to do some steering assist and get some canola planted in this field. So our work is still doing everything for us. Let me just turn this board on. I think I've turned it on. Is it on? Select seed. I have. Oh, wait. Turn on. There you go. That's the button I need. I just needed to select the wrong tractor cart. Alright, lower it. Here we go. Yeah, brilliant. So we planted wheat in the top field. We're now going to plant some canola in this bottom field, and then I'll do the small field next to the chicken coop full of wheat as well. And we'll probably set the rest of them up for the next episode. But this will take me some time, so I may as well start doing all these bits whilst the other tractor is doing the cultivating for this field, which will be amazing. Now, I am going to slow the time a little bit because I'm a bit worried about running out of time in September, and I want to get this all done before October, because October, November, December are going to be very busy times because we have some other stuff to do. We've got sunflowers, and hopefully we'll have a lot of produce to sell, and then we can make some money that way as well. So busy months, we want to make sure we get everything done in the right way. And obviously, once I get to the end here, I need to turn around and come back. Now, it will be a little bit annoying to have to do this in sort of 2 stages. Like I'll do the up and downs first, and then I'll have to go back and do the headlands afterwards. But it is what it is. We've got to make it work, and we're a bit pressed for time, so may as well make it happen. Now, I thought this could be a great chance to have a little discussion about what the plans are for next year, seeing as it's a bit of an easy field to do. It's pretty straight, pretty big. We may as well have a chat about it. So, this is what I plan. So this is what I have planned. So what we're going to do is, I think it's time to get some more animals. Now, I have set my sights on, as we do a quick autosave, as always, I have set my sights on field number 97. It's $190,000, but I drive through it all the time, and it's close to the farm, and I reckon the way to go would be to get that field and then turn it into possibly an animal area. So to do the animals, we would need to be able to plant some more grass. I don't think this one grass field is going to be enough. I also need to bale that. I forgot about that. I mowed it before I started recording, and I need to actually bale it. It's already windrowed and everything. I just need to go around, pick it up in the baler, so that's something to do too. So, yeah, we are probably going to be looking at getting that field, and I'd like to plant some spring crops in there. So, we want to do carrots, parsnips, and whatever that planter can do. You know the planter that we got last time? Where is it? I can't remember what it's called. No. Where's the planter? Amazonie, this one. Oh, we're at the edge. Let's just do a quick turn around, and then we can get back to looking at what it does for us. Perfect, put it on cruise control, awesome. So, yeah, we obviously already have soybeans and sunflowers and sorghum. I want to possibly do some corn, and then we want to get into the vegetables. So, yeah, we can add corn. We've already got this one. We can add the corn and make that happen. But I would also love to do something like, if I jump to the store, we want to be able to do some vegetable stuff. So, where are they? It's a bit laggy. I don't know why it's a bit laggy. Get a vegetable planter because we want to be able to do carrots, parsnips, sugar beet, and spinach. Would be amazing. And all of those things would need some more equipment. So we would need to get the money to get that equipment. We would also need to get the money to buy the field. So that's a 200k loan. The equipment probably, I mean, I haven't looked into it, so I'll have some more detailed numbers in winter. I'm just at the minute just trying to brainstorm. Excuse me, tree, as I try and get out of the way. Yeah, so we need money for the field, money for the equipment. We also, I would love to get 2 new things for the farm. One, I'd like to get a large tractor. Now, that is going to be an expensive purchase, but I think it's going to be very, very worth it. We'll be able to do things a lot quicker. And we're probably at the stage where we need another tractor. So I'm maybe looking at getting one of these, a Valtra or a Massey Ferguson, maybe another John Deere perhaps, but I'm also equally as likely to get a medium tractor. I think this will be the one we get first, just because it makes sense to do. It also has a front loader attachment, brilliant. We could get this Massey Ferguson one, or another medium-sized tractor that's got a front loader attachment. So we could get the Zetor one, that could work. Oh, I wouldn't mind a Kubota. That's awesome. So probably looking at getting another medium-sized tractor just to speed up how quickly I can do things around the farm. I find that in a lot of the busy months, I actually run out of time, which is weird. But I do. I run out of time to do everything that I need to do. And having another tractor would speed that up. But also increase our earning capacity. I could have more contracts going. Obviously, just to remind you guys, I can't borrow any machinery. Now, there has been a couple of instances, I'll be honest, where I've taken on massive, massive contracts particularly for that field that's right next to the shop. So this one here, field 54, and there's another field over here that's quite big. Can't remember, maybe it's 49 or 48, but I've done this field 54, and I've needed to borrow the machinery for it as part of the contract because I didn't realize how big the contract was at the start. So the first time was for like parsnips or I don't know, green beans or something, and it took me forever. And then the second time was with my own machinery, and it was literally running out of time. It was like 11 something, 11:30 p.m. or whatever. The contract expired at midnight, so I had to then borrow machinery and get it done and put the time at 0.5, and I still barely managed it. So it was a bit stressful. But look, that's a realistic thing. You know, if your farm was struggling to get a contract done in time, you would get some help and get that all going. So I didn't have any high feelings about that. It's not like I'm borrowing. Like, look at the amount of contracts I could do. I could borrow stuff for all of this and just get them working in the background and start churning out money, but I don't want to. That's not the way that I think the game should be played. It's not part of the challenge to get to 100 million. So we're going to do things our way for sure. There's a couple of contracts I can do here though. Plowing, sowing. So I reckon I'll be able to repay our loan today. I only need another 15k to get that to happen, which we're pretty close to. Is there going to be a traffic jam here as this tractor comes around? Let me speed up here and see if I can whip around and do another. Excuse me. I think I did it. Yay! Do it done. Cool. So yes, to recap. Whoops. I clicked the wrong button. To recap. We want to buy field 97 and we want to turn it into a bit of a vegetable area, and then I'm probably going to look to buy these 2 fields and these 4 fields here. So that's the next bits of land that I want to purchase. Part of me also wants to have animals, so I don't know if I'll be able to fit them in here, but I certainly think there will be an area that we could use, probably the wider area there, to get some water buffaloes. I would love to have some water buffaloes and to start making some buffalo mozzarella. I think that's one of the best ways to make money in this game, and I've been trying to find ways that we can make money sort of quickly, because obviously I know 100 million is a lot to ask, and we've been a long way away from that for a long time, but hopefully the money will start rolling in once we set up all our projects. So, new field, vegetable planter and vegetable equipment, some new animals, a new tractor, and last one, so for the 5 projects for the year, I would love to have a new warehouse. I think we've got a bit of space up here that isn't being utilized right now, and I would love to get a new warehouse in there, and we own all of this stuff too, so we could potentially get a few more warehouses and just really start making some produce money. But part of that is also I think it's the preserved food factory. I think if I get enough warehouses, there's another little mini project to be had where I could set up the preserved food factory, and then we could basically just constantly have money that way, because I think it's like kimchi and green beans or something. Let's have a look at the production menu real quick. So no, what do we want? We want factories. It's called the Preserved Food Factory. Potato processing plant. Yeah, this one. This one, so that we could start, chili, garlic, all that sort of stuff. That's stuff that you can make in the greenhouses, and then you can turn it into kimchi. That's what I'm thinking of, kimchi, which is another little money production method to go. So those are the plans. I know I'm just sort of spitballing here to make some ideas, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. What is the best way to go? I think we've got enough stockpile to start getting some more animals, so we may as well. And really the only thing that's holding us back that I can see is the purchase of the field. We really need to be able to purchase more fields so that we can do more work with the machinery and tools that we already have. We haven't even got to the point where we can actually sell stuff. Like I haven't sold any canola, I haven't sold any wheat. This is all just a self-sustaining farm for now, so I'd like it to be a for-profit farm, but obviously that requires a lot more effort and a lot more time. But I am not going to bore you guys with a time lapse for this massive field, because as much as it is very fun, it is just the same thing over and over. So I'm going to go and get this field planted, and I'm going to go and get the wheat field planted, and then we'll come back and we'll improve our yield hopefully. That is the plan. So I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, so we've come back here, and I'm in the middle of rolling. This is the third and final field. I've done the canola field and I've done the other wheat field. So this is the last wheat field that we need to roll. I've planted everything. After this we need to fertilize. But I just thought really quickly that I would come with you guys as we go and service this tractor just to show you. Ignore my seeds and my, what is that? That's brown bale wrap, I think. I have to buy a couple of things to make sure that we can keep baling. But if I jump in here, look at the little dirt and stuff that's kicked up on the tractor wheels. It's really cool. This is the 1.8 update that I'm playing now, but whoop, I didn't mean to repair the plow. Let's repair the tractor. We spent $1,000 on that because this tractor is going to head on over to the contracts in the top right corner. Field 18 and Field 28, luckily they're right next to each other. I feel very conflicted about getting the John Deere to... Why would I want to see the menu there and instead of where my car's at? Oh, this game sometimes, the UI in this game really frustrates me. But anyway, let's head over to here. Get moving. Brilliant. This is what I wanted to come to you guys for. So September is goat milk month. Now, if you guys remember, previously I sold all the goat milk. I'm actually going to wait till January to do that. It doesn't... I know it's only marginal. It's like $100 and something, but $100 and something per 1,000 liters. I could get an extra $1,000 out of that. I reckon we might be at 10,000 liters by January. So I'm just going to sell this one because I've got the price right at the perfect time. At the farmer's market, 4162. That's actually higher than the price in January. So I am going to sell this now. Do I need to... Yep, there we go. $8,000 worth of goat milk, which is sensational. That's really, really good. So yeah, it gets us closer to the 155,000 that we need to repay the loan. I really want to get that repaid as soon as possible. And then I might take out just another little sort of loan to... I might need to sell something to make sure that we have enough money in the bank to keep, funding AI workers and stuff like that, because without the workers it's going to take me a long time to get these fields ready. But I'm heading over here. I'm going to go and fill up all the water in the greenhouses, which we're not going to do on camera because that is probably the most boring thing in the world. But we are going to continue to try and increase the yield for all our fields and make sure that everything's fertilized next. So now that worker, which I think is AI worker C, yep, this guy is going to head back over and grab all of the fertilizing equipment. We're going to buy some fertilizer, and then we are going to have a splendid time trying to... Let me start the engine. Did I start it? Yes, I did. We're going to have a splendid time trying to get everything ready to roll. So, no pun intended, ready to roll. So we'll do that now. I'll get this stuff fertilized, and we'll do a couple of contracts, and then we'll come back when I've got it ready to go, so that you guys don't see the transit time. You can just cut to see all the action. So back in a moment. Well, October is going to be a massive month, and hopefully November too, because we are going to be harvesting a bunch of stuff. The first time we're going to be able to harvest soybeans. We're going to get our sunflowers in the next field over just there. So it is really going to be a fantastic month to be around. So excuse me if I've just jumped between all of this stuff. I just want to make sure that the fields are good to go. One of the things that have come out, now in between making this video, like literally an hour ago I was recording the start of it, and now here we are. Farming Simulator have released the Precision Farming mod. So Precision Farming 3.0 is here, along with the 1.8 update, which is why you guys can see I went to grab a bit of breakfast, I came back and everything was different. So that's why you're seeing it like this. But I'm very much looking forward to getting Precision Farming on board. I am going to wait until the end of the year to make that go and happen, because I just think that I'm so close to basically finishing the year anyway. It just makes more sense in my head to just leave it for now, and then be able to go and grab it for the start of next year, so we can have a whole calendar year to go and get things done. We've got our spring crops, we've got all of our crops that we currently have as well. So I don't want them to suffer any yield penalties, so we may as well just wait for all that to be done in the future. That's me thinking. But yeah, get ready for a big harvesting episode. I've just serviced everything, so if you guys have noticed the money in the top right corner, I had to buy like 7,000 litres of fertilizer just to get us through the next year, hopefully. So I went ahead and did that, and then obviously serviced everything as well. We've serviced the Combine, I've serviced the Challenger, I've serviced the John Deere as well. I also filled them all up with diesel. I just need to fill the John Deere up with a bit of diesel as soon as it's done ploughing field number 28. I'll have a little pit stop to go and get that to happen as well. And then, yeah, we're pretty much set for the year. So I was hoping to be able to repay the loan back in this month. It might have to wait until we sell everything, but it is what it is. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no. Right, so that's how you turn a sneeze into another month. So we've skipped forward to October. I had to do a bunch of stuff to make sure the field is ready to go. So I need to hoe this field. Before we're about to obviously do the sunflower harvest. There's some wood here randomly. I need to hoe this field. Well, that doesn't look like there's any weeds. Is there any weeds? Oh, there's a couple. I'll hoe it anyway. I've hoed the other 2 fields. I've done the wheat field, and the AI worker is currently doing, this one is currently doing the canola field. This guy's just doing a contract. So we are ready to go with our sunflower harvest. Now, I've never seen this before, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's unload. And, yeah, just did that. That should be fine. If I get close. Alright, so turn on the harvester. First you need to unfold. Pretty sure I did. Unfold. Turn on. It is on. There you go. Now it's on. You can hear the... And where's my steering assist? Why isn't it working? Whatever. Let's do it. Oh dear. Okay. I don't think I did that very well, but we are collecting some sunflowers. Look at this. It's awesome. Enable straw swath. Straw is not available for the current crop. Alright, sure. No worries. But we are going to get a heap of sunflowers from this. This could be our biggest field. This could be our biggest field. Let me see. I was checking some sunflower contracts to do, but what's that? A hectare, and then another 1.5. That's a 2.5 hectare field. This one is probably smaller. I reckon this is our biggest field. So this is potentially going to be our biggest harvest ever. These guys are at 97% harvest. I forgot to roll the field. Should have rolled it, and that would have done a heap of good work for our yield percentage. But either way, we are going to get some. They look withered to me. They really do look like some of them. They look very, very withered. But either way, they're not. The game says they're fine. They're at 97%. So it's a perfect month to get some sunflower harvesting done, which is going to be very, very exciting. So I'm debating what to do with these. Oh, there's some there that we could harvest on the way back as well. I'm debating what to do. I was originally just going to put them in the mill, and then we could alternate between them and the canola. But we also could just invest in a bigger oil mill, which, to be honest, might be a good idea, especially if we have this much product like left over. Because I've got 20,000 liters of canola sitting there doing nothing. Now, I could very well sell that all, and I probably might. But we all know that if I invest in my productions, the productions are going to pay off in the long run. The question is, how many long run things can I get going at once before they become too much? Like, we've already got the oil mill, the dairy, the cows. Like, there's a lot of long run stuff and not a lot of short run stuff. So we might be in the need to get some cash very quickly. I still haven't paid off that loan. It's still sitting there, 155k. I know I've got 140 right now, but it's another 15k. You know, I'm taking wage payments all the time. That's perfectly fine. We have a lot of stuff that we need to pay off. So I'm a bit worried about where the money's going to come from. Hopefully, and I say this with a pinch of salt, hopefully there'll be enough contracts, because there's some cultivating ones that we can do. There'll probably be, yes, there's a corn harvest one that we can do, a couple of sunflower ones. So I reckon with contracts, we should be able to get about 20k worth of revenue this month, and that should be able to pay off the loan, so that all of our profit that we get from selling everything, as you guys know, in the next episode, it won't be in this episode, in the next episode we're going to sell the eggs, all the seeds, and all the canola, all of the animal products. What else have I missed? All of the eggs as well. I mean, I guess that's an animal product, but we have a heap of stuff that we're going to be able to sell through winter when all the prices peak in January. So very much looking forward to it. The price of sunflowers actually peaks in March, which means I can decide, I can wait on what to do with these ones for a little while. We can decide whether we're going to sell them or keep them and invest further into like an oil mill to see what we can do, because yeah, it just buys us a bit of time. It's nice to have a bit of time to make a decision, and obviously it's very important to wait for the right price of stuff, and that's my plan. That's where we're at. But this is pretty cool. I like the sort of tillage, I guess it's called, all the little sunflower stalks left behind. It's pretty cool to see, and this is a nice little use of our Massey Ferguson combine harvester. This thing got its very first service as well just before, so it's up to 100%, and I had to fill it with petrol with diesel too. So yeah, we're going good. So I am going to get this field all harvested, and then I will join you guys again, because this isn't the only thing we've got to harvest this month. We've got some soybeans that are ready to go as well now with the original header, so I'm very much looking forward to that. So enjoy this little time lapse, and I will catch up with you guys it'll be a couple minutes for you, it'll probably be several hours for me. See you in a sec. But we've now had to move into November because I may have mistakenly thought that our soybeans were ready to harvest in October. They were not, but they are ready to harvest now, as you guys can see. So we're going to be doing some soybean harvesting today for the first time. Very, very exciting. And first things first, I am also going to repay this loan. So 155k, that is a lot of cash. Oh, it's going to take me a lot of clicks to do this. And we've got 40k left over. I've done a bunch of contracts. As you guys can see, I did $56,000 worth of contracts in October. And there's no... Well, there's a couple that we can do, but parsnips, hoeing, ploughing. These are all the ones I'll probably do off camera, as I always do. But it is time to start the Massey Ferguson and to head over to the soybean area, because I'm very excited to get this moving. Let's get off that, please. Can I? That was mental. I did not expect it to jump that high. That was quite cool, to be honest. That'll probably be a bit of a pain to get moving again, but that's okay. We've got our eggs. Obviously, it is November, and we've also got our eggs and all that sort of stuff that we need to sell too. So I'll probably be doing that as well. They don't look quite ready yet. There's still one pallet left to go. What else? Let's check the prices. What else has the best price in November? 1,251. That's 1,280. We could sell the canola. Bear in mind, we do have a bunch of sunflowers. Sunflowers sell in March for 1,458. This one is 1,200. So sunflowers sell for more. I wonder if sunflower oil is better. Sunflower oil is 3,800. Canola oil is nowhere near that much. Canola oil is nowhere near that much. 3,300. So it's better. We're better off making sunflowers. So I might actually sell all the canola. I might sell this 20,000 liters of canola today as well, to get us some cash injections. That'd be good. We can sell these stupid oats. I know they're best in December, but we may as well. I mean, the best price, 1,251. This is already 1,280. So probably worth getting rid of it. Although that is at the oil mill apparently, which is ours. So we would sell this at the farmers market probably. No, we wouldn't. We'd sell it at the grain mill. So that's okay. We can probably get that sold. We'll keep the sorghum for the chickens and keep the wheat for the chickens. So none of that other stuff is going to get sold. But what about all our produce? So December's still the best price for that, 3,300. But we've got 3,434 on the market. I reckon we do some canola oil selling today along with the eggs. So I might fast forward time. This is already starting to go down. Not good. Not good, not good. This is already starting to go down, so I might sell the eggs very quickly. And then last one we've got to check is goat milk, which is the best price in January, so we're not going to touch any of that for now. I think that's it. That's all the stuff we have. Oh, wood beams. We can sell wood beams whenever. It's like $5,000 every time. They are at its lowest in November, but probably by the end of the day it'll be at its highest, so may as well sell them. Why not? What's our sawmill producing? We've actually got another pallet, so we've got 2 pallets of wood beams too. So this is going to be a great little profit month, and then obviously in January the rest will come around. Just to check though that the price of lettuce and all that other stuff is still at its best in January. This game changes a lot of stuff, so I just want to make sure. I reckon we can get 2,000 in January for the lettuce and the tomatoes and the strawberries that we've been growing in the greenhouses. Beautiful. All right, let's get the soybean harvest going. It's been a little while since, actually I've never harvested soybeans before, and it's been a little while since I used this machine. I did it for a couple of the sunflower ones. I'm talking about before this episode. Obviously we did the sunflower stuff before. I did a couple of sunflower contracts just to get used to the other header, but I think this is the right header for the soybeans here. This should be a nice little, hopefully a nice little bit of income. When is the best price for soybeans though? That's a good question. The best price for soybeans is in June, so that's a mid-year product. That's pretty good. A mid-year product is quite nice and dandy. We can work with that. All right, let's leave this here because I'll need to bring the tractor in as well. So we'll do a little cube to disconnect. Shift around here and see if we can pick this up first time. I'm usually pretty terrible with the placement of this, but managed to nail it. There we go. Unfold is X. Oh, it was already unfolded. That's fine. B and V, brilliant. And then let's do the edge first. Steering assist. Come on. No, that's already lowered. Okay. There's an art to this. Is it harvesting? Yeah, it has. There we go. Hit that H button. I do like the new... This is the 1.8 update with all of this stuff having changed. It's pretty cool. Let me see. Does this stuff enable straw? No, it's not enabled. That's okay. Let's see how many liters of soybeans we can produce. These sell for $2,000 per 1,000 liters, which is pretty much more. Actually, I think that's the most profitable of all of them, right? What else have we grown? No, the sunflowers no, even that's 1,000. It's the sunflower oil that's expensive. So this will be the most profitable crop that we've ever harvested, which is fantastic. And it looks like we're probably, I don't want to estimate early, but I reckon it's about 10% per run all the way up and down. And it looks like we probably have, I'd say we get 10,000 liters out of this. Just trying to estimate. I think the combine holds 8,000 at full capacity, so I reckon this is about 10, maybe 12,000. It depends on how much I can get out of these little areas at the bottom here, closer to the road. But it's going to be a good little harvest. So I'm going to get this sorted, and then we'll come back and we'll end the episode by selling all of the eggs and all the other stuff that we need to sell. I am going to put this on 5x speed as well, just so we can fast forward through the day a little bit. And we might lose out on the price of eggs, but that's the only one. I think the rest should be good. So enjoy the last quick little time lapse of this episode, and I'll be back when we sell all of our stuff at the end. It's now nearly 10:30 in game, and it is time to sell. I think this is for the first time. Time to sell the crops from our own field. So I've got all of the canola here, 20,000 litres. Now the reason we've got this is because, just to reiterate, I'm not going to stop canola oil production. I'm just going to switch it over to sunflower oil. Let me not miss the turn here. We can have a look at that while we're dumping it all. But yeah, we're going to switch over to sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is worth more, and it's I think it's the same recipe. So it makes sense to switch over to the more higher selling price so that we can make more cash. So let's dump this and see how much money we get. And just quickly, I'll move over, and we've got... actually, let's see. Look at that cash going up. That's awesome. What's that? 25k from that canola field. Nice. So, yeah, it's double. 20 sunflowers makes 10 sunflower oil, and this is 20 and 10 as well. So, sunflower oil is actually going to be faster. It's the same cycles per month, the same cost per month. And the sunflower oil sells for more, so why wouldn't we do more on the sunflower oil side? So I am gonna go and get some sunflowers, and I'll put 9,000 liters? No, 5, no, yeah, 9,600 liters. I'm gonna go put 9,600 liters inside the oil mill, and then we'll pick up again when I've got the front loader attachment on the John Deere here, and we will be back at the base, moving everything onto the trailer, getting ready to sell. I think everything's nearly ready to go. And we need to feed our cows and do a little bit of sort of admin stuff just to keep the farm running, but it should be pretty tasty. So, yeah, meet you guys in a sec. Alrighty, we are locked and loaded. Look at this. We've got 5,000 litres of canola oil. I think I am going to go through the shortcut. 5,000 litres of canola oil, 2,000 litres of wooden beams, and 12,000 litres of eggs. We are set to make some money from the farmer's market. So... this should be, I'm hoping, this should be enough to get us over 100k, and then the rest of the produce stuff should be another probably 50-ish. I can't remember how much it was last year, but yeah, I'm hoping that we would get the better part of 200k, not today, but by the end of the year when we sell everything again, and when we sell the goat milk and all the extra stuff towards the end of the year, when we sell that all in January, the lettuce, the tomatoes, and the... what's the other one that we're growing? Strawberries. Oh yeah, we're selling strawberries. We're growing strawberries. Oh, this will be tough. Apparently these ledges, these pavements, are really hard to get up for tractors. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. But it always does a little bump. But yeah, we're going to end this episode on a great note. So all of this stuff is going to get sold, and we're going to add some cash flow, and I will go over the plans for what we're going to do with that money at the start of the next episode in winter when we go through everything. So... thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And let's finish on a good note here. Let's sell all this stuff. $58,000. That's awesome. That pretty much doubles our money. And we are definitely going to get close to 100k, close to 200k with all the produce stuff by the end of the year. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, that's it for this episode. If you guys have enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment. And I will catch you guys next time. Where we will be gathering all our money and getting ready for another year. Bye-bye.